a compartir un poco sobre nuestro ponente. Ignacio Chávez Melgoza nace en la ciudad de Uruapan, Michoacán. Estudia la licenciatura en diseño gráfico y hacia el final de la carrera busca aprender inglés y, tras su estudio, se integra a una experiencia de vida en la enseñanza de este idioma. Posteriormente, viaja a la ciudad de Toluca, en donde tiene la grata experiencia de obtener el grado de maestro en educación y continúa desarrollando el diseño gráfico, el inglés y la práctica docente. Su evolución en el inglés lo lleva a obtener un certificado de Proficiency por la Universidad de Michigan y a obtener el IELTS de la Universidad de Cambridge. Habiendo adquirido experiencia en temas de capacitación, regresa a Uruapan y consolida Diestra Consultores, brindando atención a las principales empresas de la región. Parte de su formación incluye un diplomado en ética, un diplomado en habilidades gerenciales y un diplomado en psicología clínica y psicoterapia. Como docente, se integra al Instituto Morelos de Uruapan, colegio marista, en donde actualmente acumula más de 10 años en contacto continuo con niños y jóvenes que de alguna manera impulsaron la decisión de incorporar su pasión por la enseñanza a espacios virtuales de redes sociales, en donde hoy acumula miles de seguidores de distintos países. Un aplauso para él. Welcome.
Thank you. Can you listen to me? Yeah? Is that okay? Is it working now? Well, when I listened, when I checked this invitation to participate in this event, I was surprised, I was excited, I was nervous, I was many things. But I wanted to do it, and I was thinking about the best way to do it. What should I do? That's one question that is always in my mind. No matter what I do, I'm always thinking, what should I do? And it helps a lot during classes, it helps a lot in life. That question is part of my daily routine. So today, I want to ask you that question. Yeah? Let's go back to this month when I listened that I was being invited to participate in this forum. Imagine that I called you at that moment and I tell you, hey, what should I do? What should I do? I am going to participate in an academic event. I'm going to present something about English to teachers that are experienced, and I want to do the best. So what should I do? I have that question for you, and I hope you have good reflexes, because I'm going to throw this ball at you. Okay? Are you ready? What should I do? If somebody can help me with a microphone for the answers, that would be great. Are you ready? What should I do for this event, for this presentation?
I think you should share your knowledge and have fun and make
Okay.
us reflect.
Thank you. Do me a favor. Throw the ball at somebody.
Okay. Ready, guys?
Watch out, because she's going to throw it. What should I do?
I think you should have fun the same as we will.
Okay. Have fun. Can you throw it at somebody? Be careful.
I think you should prepare a good topic to be exciting to us.
Okay, so prepare a good topic that could be exciting for you. Throw it. Perfect. We have a quarterback here.
Well, I think you should share with us your experiences with TikToks and help us lose fear
Okay.
to do the things that you do.
Okay. I have been teaching English for more than 20 years. I have thousands of followers. And every time I'm in front of the camera, I feel fear. So don't worry about it. One more. Perfect.
I think you should share all the activities that you do in your practice.
Okay, I will do that. Okay, you can keep the ball. That's for you. Okay, that you gave me a lot of answers, right? And maybe I have answered some of those in my preparation. So I'm gonna tell you. What should I do? Okay, I have another question for you. How many students have you had in all of your practice as a teacher? I'm sharing you this code. You can scan it or you can access menti.com and you put that code. Please enter to that code and put your answer. Menti.com, you have the code over there and you can access. You have one question with 3 options. Choose one. Choose the one that is best for you. When you're ready, you tell me so I can see how many have answered. Okay. Perfect. Well, how many students have you had? I'm talking about all of your life, okay? Where is the... Okay, those are the numbers. Yeah? We have less than 50, 2 people. Less than 500, 6 people. Less than 1,000, 3 people. More than 1,000, 16. That's amazing. Who has had more than 1,000 students? Really? Oh my God, me too. Well, congratulations, because that means that you have influenced the life of more than 1,000 people. And talking about English, believe it or not, you have given them a tool that no matter what they study, no matter what they do in life, they're going to use forever. There is some research about English being the tool that people uses the most, no matter what they had studied. So congratulations for being part of this. Well, I was thinking about my numbers. This is... Can we go back to the presentation? Thank you very much. Okay, I asked you that question, and you already saw the numbers, which were surprising. Okay, that's my number in 1998. 6 students. That was the first group I had. That was the first time I stood up in front of a classroom, and I had 6 students. At that time, I was working in one of the most prestigious schools in Mexico. Of course, my students were not like that. They were something like this. The green dots are empty seats, right? But that was like the way the classroom was set. Because we wanted to promote participation, dynamics, movement, and all that. So that's what I had. 6 students in my first experience in front of a group, teaching English. And why did I learn English? Why did I begin teaching English? Because I didn't want to forget about it. I mean, I studied English and I didn't want to forget it. So I came to the principal and I said, hey, what can I do? And she said, teach. And I was like, okay, let's teach. That's 1998. But then, at that time, what did my students think about my class? Imagine this is a Kahoot you already saw it. I was planning to have one, but I wanted to save some time, so I made it this way. What did my students think of the class? Option A, it was great. Option B, it was boring. If you think my class was great, please stand up. Okay. If you think my class was boring, stay there. Okay? Thank you for your confidence. Okay, the answer was it was boring. That's what they said. In my evaluation, I received the paper and I was like, the class is boring. And I was like, what do they want? They're learning English. I mean, they want me to have a party? Learning English is boring. It's not, right? But I was like, why? What should I do? So again, the question was, what should I do? And I came to the principal, I came to the academic coordinator and I said, hey, who's your best teacher? Who's the teacher who gets the best evaluations? Let me see. And I started reading and I was like amazed. Oh my God, they play. They play. And I was like, okay, they play. What should I do, right? I should play. And then, that was the answer. Teacher, play. And my students in the classroom used to say that. Teacher, play. And I was like, okay, let's play, right? What should I do? I repeat the question. Teacher, play. That was the answer. So I started looking for activities. Hot potato. It's kind of like what we had here, right? Like pass the ball, pass the ball, pass the ball. Stop. Okay, tell me the answer. Contest, 2 teams. Okay, who knows the answer? Pass to the board. Answer it. Spinning the bottle, right? And you answer. And you ask the question. Okay. Throwing the bean bag. I had to create some beans in a bag to throw it and watch it falling on the verb that was on the floor. And now tell me the verb in past. Okay. Fruit salad. I was doing that 1998. But then, what else should I do? Because that was not enough. I wanted to be the best. I wanted to do better. And, well, the answer to that was not easy. What else should I do? Use inspiring materials. That was another recommendation that they gave me. Use inspiring materials. What's that? Things that the kids, the teens, the adults would like, would enjoy. Things that would motivate them to speak. Use inspiring materials. So I started getting some visuals, some realia, right? Things like what? Flashcards, visuals, songs, like the ones you had in the Kahoot. Videos, but not the videos that they gave us at the school. Those videos that are created for teaching English. No, videos, real videos about things that they liked. So I was getting to know my students. What do they like? Oh, he likes football. He likes singing. He plays the guitar. Okay, let me get those videos, those materials that are connected to what they like, what they do. Realia. Get some clothes and get into the classroom dressed as a nurse, as a doctor. Get to the classroom with a cigarette to have them say, hey, you cannot smoke. Okay, why not? It's prohibited. Why? Because it's bad for your health. Okay, so what should I do that is good for my health? And they started connecting with some ideas that created them the need to speak, which was my first and main objective. And then I came up with something really interesting. Stories. I began telling my students stories. And they love personal problems. I don't know why. Every time I start, like, you know what, I have a problem. They were like, what happened, teacher? Right? And I started today with you. I'm like, hey, what should I do? And I invented many things. I saw my girlfriend kissing another boy. My mom didn't give me permission to go out with my friends. My friends were trying to push me into smoking, and I didn't want to do it. I broke up with my girlfriend like 5 times. Yeah? And they would talk about that. They would love it. Sometimes I found my students and they even asked me, hey teacher, was that true? I mean, do you have 4 sisters? Are you the youngest? Is your name Ignacio? Because when you were born, your father, who really wanted to have a boy, said, Ignacio. And I said, no, that's not true. But that's my name and I have 4 sisters, right? So I started telling them stories. And they liked them. Then, from 1998 to 2019, I was calculating how many students have I had. The number is 3,980, more or less. And I was working in one of the most prestigious schools of English at their best time, okay? Right now, they're having like 50 students now. But at that time, I had a lot of students. I am from Uruapan. Uruapan is not a big city. So I was walking on the street, and it was very common to hear, teacher, 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 right? Because I knew everyone. Still now, I walk on the street, and many people say, teacher, or say hi to me at the plaza or whatever. So that is a huge number for me in those years. But let's check the difference. 2019. Interesting number. I'm in the class. One of my students, in the morning, Ale was talking about autism, and she was saying about recording our classes for students who are not capable of understanding everything we said. But she was talking about autistics. I'm talking about a normal student. One regular student in my class came to me and said, teacher, I'm having problems following your class. I think the level of this class is higher than my level, but I cannot go lower because this is a basic class. Is there any way you can help me? And I said, yes, I think I can help you in a way. 2 or 3 months before, I had started my project in YouTube with videos talking about respect, values, and things like that. I wanted to change the world from YouTube, right? So I said, I'm going to start a channel on English, making videos for this guy. And I sat on my table, put a piece of paper, grabbed a pen, put my telephone here with a tripod, recording what I was writing. No microphone, just my cell phone. And I would explain every single topic I had to explain for him. Writing with a pen. One friend of mine saw my videos and said, those are good, but your hand looks horrible. And I was like, okay. So I created like maybe 10 videos for him that way. And I said, what is the purpose of making a video for one student if I have 100 in the class? Why not sharing with them? And I said, but if I'm going to share my videos with them, I need to do better. So I created a PowerPoint presentation of the topic that I was going to talk about. And then I put my camera, I put the screen of the PowerPoint. With something like this, I was going forward. And I was explaining the topic to the camera while I was checking and recording the PowerPoint presentation. Then I put my cell phone video, put the PowerPoint over that, and had a video. With that process, I created 52 videos on which I consider to be quite a complete set of materials to go from very basic to advanced topics. From possessive adjectives, that is the first class you teach in a course, to passive voice, causatives, reported speech, and all sort of grammar, right? And I shared with my students. How many of them saw my videos? 3. They preferred my class, and they didn't care about getting more. But some people liked my videos. I started watching them. And one student, this was in YouTube, right? One student once told me, teacher, I saw your videos during the pandemics, and they're very good. You should go on TikTok, and you're gonna go up very fast. I went to TikTok, and I was like, man, this is dancing. And this is making jokes. And I told them, I said, no, teacher, go further. Look for classes and all that. And then I saw very good material. Mathematics teachers, carpenters teaching us how to do some furniture. And I said, okay, let's give it a try. Videos, 1 minute. 1 minute? Am I going to make a PowerPoint presentation for 1 minute? No. Let me get my big whiteboard, put it here, and start presenting. Because I have only 1 minute. I started creating videos with 1 minute, and I went from 0 to 1,000 followers on TikTok. And then I said, what should I do? Find something viral, something trendy. And I happened to find this song from La Bamba movie that says, "You're mine and we belong together." And I was like, watching TikToks and "You're mine and we belong." You're mine. I was like, "You're mine." I said, this is trendy. Let me take advantage of that, and I'm going to pretend that I am getting the lyrics from the song, and I am "You're mine." Okay, tú eres mía. Okay, and we belong together. Pertenecemos juntos. We belong together. That was all my video. 15 seconds. That video right now has over 2.5 million views. And it's a joke. People are on social media to get fun. But I want them to learn. So what should I do? Make it fun, right? And at that time, to my flashcards, visuals, songs, videos, realia, stories, personal problems, I added some other things. What? Well, I added the videos, some problems, but I also added these other things that I had in 2019 before my fever in social media. I was using this in the classroom. But then we came with the pandemics, and I was still having classes, right? Online classes. And my students were having fun. But I was in the classroom, and one teacher came to my door and knocked. And he said, "Nacho, your class is too noisy." And I was like, "Man, I've been watching your classes for the whole year, and I think your classes are too quiet. Man, they're learning English and nobody speaks. And you come to my class and say that my class is too noisy." Of course it's noisy. They are learning to speak, and they are playing while they're learning. but come and take a look at my class. And then another teacher says, hey, we had an exam. How was your class? It was good. How many people failed your exam? I said, well, in my group of 32 students, 4 failed. He told me the Spanish expression, eres un barco. And I was like, what? I said, how many students fail in your class? And she says, in my class of 32, 18 are failing. And I'm like, well, you have a problem, right? Your students are not learning. That's why they are failing, not because you are the best teacher and the most strict. Your students are not learning. But fortunate as I am, we switch classrooms to apply the exams. And I was like, whoa, you have to be kidding me. That's my opportunity. So I took care of her classroom, and she took care of my students. She was the toughest teacher in the world, paying attention to my students for them not to copy. And I was doing the same in her class, because that's what I do. Yeah, it's not like I'm giving my students the answers. I was like, okay, we got the exams. She comes to me and she tells me, these are your exams. I said, oh, you can check those and I'll check yours. That was my face, like, you will see. And yeah, we came back. I said, these are your exams. I already graded them. 18 failed. How was my group? These are your exams. 3 of them are failing. Yes. I said, yes. Because you applied the exam, you checked the exam, and you were not a barco. And my students are passing. And if you talk to them, they will speak. Because that's what we do in the class. It's not that I am just playing. But okay, my class continues being noisy. I'm giving you the answer to another slide. Okay. Question. Should English classes be noisy? What do you say? Yes or no? Yes. Yes? Okay, let's make this one noisy. 1, 2, 3, you say yes, okay? 1, 2, 3. Yes! Yes! That's what I think. Classes should be noisy, right? Because that's what they are doing. They are speaking, they are communicating, they are having fun. Then, your class is too noisy? I was like, no, my class is not too noisy. My class must be noisy, right? And I was thinking, is my class too noisy? This student who came to me with this question, this student who told me, teacher, I need more help because I don't understand, made me change from a regular class to one class in which I prepared a video for him, right? And then I created the video for all of the students that were with me. And then I created a video for the whole world because my video is there and you can watch it and anybody can watch it, right? But I was trying to help them learn. I was trying to get to them in a way that could help them better than my regular class. Because in my class they have other students and they might not pay enough attention and they can have problems just following it. I answered that question with the videos to help him. I answered that question with materials for them to practice. And check my reasoning for creating the videos. I said, what should I do? And the first word that came to my mind was extra. Extra time, extra classes, extra presentation, extra homework. And I said, no, because I'm going to be here with him in the moments he needs to rest and have fun with his classmates. And I'm going to be here explaining, well, I need to go and have some lunch, maybe. So no extra. I need something different. And I prepared videos. That's when I started with the videos, with this student who needed more help. And I expand those videos to everyone. And then in my classes, I started also using different tools because we went into pandemics. And that was great. Yeah? Every crisis has an opportunity. And this pandemic brought me the opportunity of learning about these online tools. Quizlet, I love it. I do a lot of Quizlet flashcards with verbs, usual expressions, vocabulary. Kahoot, you just played Kahoot before this. I like it and my students love it. And I don't even have to worry about creating it because I just look for Kahoot and present perfect. Okay. And I check one that is okay because there are some mistakes in some of them. But I check, okay, this one, 20 questions, boom. It's ready. Padlet. I love Padlet because they communicate there and they correct each other and they ask questions and the others answer. Right? Google Forms. I have a set of my 52 videos now on the internet available with a Google form. So you can see the video and then check your learning. And I love it. Then Mentimeter, you use it at the beginning. Yeah? And I have their opinions. Sometimes I even ask them, how are you feeling today? Put it in a Mentimeter. And I check the mood. Okay, they're happy. One is depressed. Okay, what can I do in the class? What should I do? Right? And Edpuzzle, I just discovered that recently. And I found it very useful because I can get a video from YouTube, whatever the topic it is, and add some questions. So Edpuzzle plays the video and stops in a moment and asks a question about the video. And I was like, wow. Had I had this when I started in 1998, whoa, that would have been great. But I have it now and I can take advantage of it. You should take advantage of it. Take a picture of that. Yeah, because that's gold for your classes, for your lessons. With these things, the numbers have changed. Because if from 1998 to 2019, I had 3,980 students, now my numbers in 3 years, considering those that are students virtually, considering those that send me a message from WhatsApp, considering those that say, I love your video on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, well, not Instagram because that's not very popular, I guess, but considering those numbers, I think I have taught over 100,000 students. And I consider myself a very small teacher on the internet because I have seen people with 700,000 followers. I'm like, 1 million followers, 2 million followers. What are they doing? Dancing. And I'm like, why? Why English is not getting those views? Should I dance? Yes? No. I don't know. Maybe. But okay, what I did was to find a different approach. And in that different approach of the videos, I found a community. And in this event, they're talking about the communities for learning in and for life. And that's what I found in my social media. Community. And let me tell you, it's a very respectful community. Because all the people there want to learn, want to do something better. So, to be honest, haters, I guess I have read 2 or 3 comments that are bad comments. Most of the comments are, I liked it, it was great, I passed my exam, now I understand it. And when somebody asks something, the community helps. So I sometimes don't even have to be paying attention to my WhatsApp or my Facebook because some other people will help the others. And that's great. Why? Because I'm pretty sure you know it. When did you learn more English? When you started teaching, I can bet. That's a logical thing. I mean, I learned English as a student, but I became proficient in English while teaching it because I had to push myself to understand it better so that I could explain it. Right? So I tried to make it in a way that everybody could understand it. I had one benefit. I learned English in a school that would never teach grammar. They said, we have the communicative approach. So use it. And I was like, okay. And what is that called? You don't need to know. Okay, but let me get my own rules because I need those rules. And I started thinking, okay, he, she, it. Every time it's he, she, it in present, I need to put an S. Okay. And how do I teach that to my students? I created something that is called the super persons. And I invent a whole story of Superman, the S here, and he, she, it are the super persons. Why? Because they need an S in present. Oh, so when a student says, he eat popcorn, I just go like, oh, eats. Because they associate that. Right? And they learn it. Some of them. Some of them are like, hey, what's a super person? Super person? I don't know. Right? But we all have a student like that. Then, 107,000 students. 107 people speaking English. What do I need? I need them to practice conversation. Come to my WhatsApp. Practice. Teacher, but I am a teacher. I'm an English teacher. Come to my WhatsApp. Help the others. Hey, I live in the United States. Come to my WhatsApp. Talk to the others. Right? Community. Help me. That's what I tell them. Help me. And they feel motivated because they're going to help me. Right? And honestly, my cell phone, my WhatsApp is full of messages of people asking for things. What do? I created some stickers with my face saying, we need a video about that. Yeah, because sometimes it's, okay, I need to create a video explaining that topic. When am I run out of topics? Never. Because they always have questions. They always have problems. They always want to learn more. And that's what I want. I want them to learn more. Okay. Are my classes still noisy? What do you think? Yes? Are my videos still noisy? Yeah. Sometimes, yes, they are, right? Sometimes I dance in my videos. I jump in my videos. I come up from below the camera because I need to do something different in my videos. And I had to learn to become an actor because the first videos were like, okay, you are going to understand the present simple. And now I'm like, hello, let me teach you this. But I do that in the class too. And my students are like, okay, something's going to happen. And they enjoy it, right? And my question continues to be, what should I do? All the time. I'm always asking myself, what should I do? What should I do? Okay. This is what I think I should do. Okay? And you mentioned some of this in today's activity. And it's the same. Right? You said, have fun. Enjoy. Okay. That's one of my words there. No. Okay. That's one of my words, okay? Fun. The first one. I say I don't work. The only time in my life that I work is when I have to check exams. I hate checking exams. So I go with my students, I said, okay, take your exam, take your exam, take your exam. Let's grade it. But teacher, that's your job. No, I want you to check your mistakes and learn from them. Okay? And they check them, right? But planning, I hate it. That's why I loved my book, because I go to my book and said, okay, I know what to do. I already know what to do, but still I have to put it on paper. But I always have fun and I don't work. I do what I like. I do my passion. And when I stop having fun for a moment in a class, I stop, I breathe, and I tell myself, Nacho, you're not having fun. And that's why you're having problems with the students. Because they are not having fun. Because sometimes I get to, hey, you need to pay attention, work, please. And they don't like that. They don't like the teacher who is like pushing them all the time. So when I catch myself being that teacher, I'm like, hey, Nacho, have fun. Then, be dynamic. Personalize experiences. If your students like soccer, talk about soccer. If this guy plays the guitar, tell him to come and play the guitar while you speak. If you had a problem, use it. They love it. Tell them you have a problem and have them practice should, could, would. Why not? Right? Then, make it inspiring. Yeah, put some motivation there. Tell them it's possible. Tell them your stories. But also make it challenging. Because if it's too easy, they won't feel successful about it. Make them feel it was difficult, but then have them find a solution. Make it challenging for them, but give them that moment of success. You know what my students love? I think I'm going to show you a picture about it. When I high five with them, they give me a correct answer. I go to their place and I go like, they love it. They love it. And then they make a mistake. What do I do? You're wrong. No. I ask them again. He run? And he thinks, oh, no. In the best case, right? But sometimes he says, yeah, he run. And what do? I tell the other, he run? And the other tells me, no, he runs, super person. Right? But sometimes they say, yeah, he run. And then I have to go like, okay, now, remember the super persons. Ah, yes, teacher, he runs. Right? I make it challenging, but I also make it rewarding. When they do something great, I tell them, that was fantastic. High five. Yeah? And they feel recognition. Bury it. One day, I need to come and have them move. Stand up, everyone. Pass to the front. Tell me one verb in past. Now sit down. Now throw the ball. Yeah? The next time, I come with a hat. Teacher, what's that? And I invent something. I change. But I also change during the class. Because if I have my students doing the same thing, just think about this. TikTok videos can't be longer than 1 minute. Well, now they can. But if you do videos longer than 3 minutes, they won't see them. Because they consider them to be too long. Imagine what they think about your class being 50 minutes with the same topic, with the same dynamic. I wish we could change stimuli every 3 minutes, but that's impossible. Well, at least give them 4 or 5 different stimuli during the class, so they get attention again. Make it short. That's the recipe. Make it short. You cannot reduce the class from 50 minutes to 20. Well, you can reduce the moments of the class from 20 minutes to 4, to 3, to 2. Have them have different activities, different stimuli, right? Make it useful and meaningful. This is a tip I'm going to give you about games. Many teachers think that having a game in the class is just that. Well, if your game is not connected to your learning, it's not going to work. And it's going to give you problems. Because then they're going to be only wanting to play, not to learn. But once they see your game, and in the evaluation they're going to say, he's always playing. Okay? Once they see your games are connected to their learning, they understand and they say, so we were not playing. We were learning in a different way. And I hope one day they tell you after 1 year when they're not your students, teacher, I miss you. I guess some of you know the feeling, right? When you find your ex-students and they tell you, teacher, I miss you. Yeah. I wish I could say the same. But useful. Make them learn something that they're going to use. And maybe I will always have that question. What should I do? And I'm sure it's a question you always have as a teacher. What should I do? It's our question. Every day, every class, with every group, with every student. That's our question. What should I do? Well, I'm sure you know what to do. I'm sure. Thanks.
Gracias. Okay, a big round of applause for our guest today.
Gracias.
No, dos. Voy. Muchas gracias. En nombre de la Secretaría de Educación del Estado de Jalisco y en el marco del 5º Congreso de Recrea Academy hacemos la presentación del reconocimiento Ignacio Chávez por la excelente ponencia que nos has tenido en esta tarde.
Gracias.
Y a nombre de la Dirección de Lenguas Extranjeras, te hacemos también llegar este reconocimiento y te agradecemos mucho por tu ponencia.
Muchas gracias. Gracias a todos. Gracias.